Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Noah, back again with another YouTube video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I help people awaken to their true abilities through wellness and spirituality. And man, am I excited to be on here to record another video for you guys, because in today's video, I want to talk about manifestation and kind of changing our life for the better, right? Being able to manifest our dream life and change our life to live the life that we actually want to in the life of our dreams, right? And a lot of times when we speak about manifestation, a lot of people actually talk about adding new positive belief systems, right? Adding positive mindsets, adding this, adding that. But a lot of changing our life is actually being aware and letting go of some of the negative belief systems and negative programs that we have been taught as children. Adding is great, right? But subtracting and letting go of a lot of the negative belief systems can actually help us a lot forward. You know, it can actually help us a lot more, because then we're able to add new belief systems in. And if we're adding new belief systems without letting go of some of the old ones, or at least being aware of it, it isn't going to really attract a lot of abundance in our life, right? That is why I want to talk to you guys about stories and how the stories that you tell yourself impact the life that you actually live, you know, and how it could actually be blocking you from manifesting the life of your dreams. And so, first off, what are stories, Noah? What is a story? So simply put, a story is only something that we say about ourselves, right? A certain experience that we have, that we share, that can actually lead to a belief system, right? Negative or positive. And today I want to talk about negative stories, right? That can lead to negative belief systems that we have about ourselves. You know, I'll give you an example. I used to view myself as a very awkward person, right? That's just how I viewed myself. And before I viewed myself as awkward, I actually had a lot of awkward experiences before then. You know, there was a lot of awkward situations that I was in where, you know, it wasn't really awkward, it was just me overthinking it, right? And so I had these awkward experiences, and then I would tell the story about how I had these awkward experiences, and that created the belief system that I was actually awkward, you know? And this can happen to a lot, you know, pretty much all of us, really. This happens to pretty much everyone, right? We kind of make a story out of an experience that we have, and then it actually goes on to lead into a belief system that we have, whether it's negative or positive, right? But a lot of the times we create stories in our head, and they attribute to belief systems that aren't really serving us. Belief systems that aren't really serving us are ones that are actually blocking our manifestations. And that is why I want to make this video, to help you to understand how you can actually help yourself and live the life of your dreams and awaken to your true abilities, right? Because when we become aware of some of these negative stories that we tell ourselves, right, then we can kind of become aware of the belief system that is attributed to it, right? So I'll give you another example of a story. I'm not going to be able to make money because I have to go to school first, right? That is a story, that it's an experience that you've had because you know other people who have been to school and who have made a career, but you don't really necessarily know anybody who didn't have to go to school, right? So you take that experience and you create a belief system that says that I'm not going to be able to make money on my own, right? Like I'm not going to be able to make money without school, right? Because school is kind of like all you know, right? And it's not really your fault, right? Sometimes these stories are created from our parents or our siblings or our friends, right? Sometimes it's not always us, but sometimes it is, right? At the same time. And so that is why I think it's important to be aware of some of the stories that you carry within yourself. You know, one story that, you know, my mom has, and she kind of brought it on to me, was money doesn't grow on trees. You know, and realistically, if we look at a tree, right, it's not going to grow money from it, right? But that is a story that creates a negative belief system around money, right? Meaning that there isn't an abundance of money for you. That belief system is created by that story, right? That money doesn't grow on trees, or I'm not good at dancing, right? Just because I don't look as sharp or as, you know, formal as someone else who I see dancing on the street. So I attribute that with me not being a good dancer, right? Just because of that one experience that I had where I tried to dance, right? But I didn't look as good, or I wasn't keeping up, right? But in reality, there's no such thing as a bad dancer, in my opinion, right? I think if you're just putting on the moves, then if you enjoy it, right, there's no such thing as being bad at it, in my opinion. And so that is how some of these negative stories can actually lead to negative belief systems that we have, right? And so just become aware of some of these negative belief systems. Once we become aware of these stories that we tell ourselves, then that is when the ultimate change happens, right? Because once we are aware of it, that's 90% of the problem solved, right? Because a lot of the times we aren't even aware of a lot of the stories that we carry, right? Which are attributed to a lot of the belief systems that we have, right? And because we're not aware of it, they never really get solved and they never really get attended to, right? And so it is important to, as you're becoming aware of some of these belief systems, to not judge it. You know, don't judge yourself, because a lot of us have these negative belief systems, right? Sometimes it's just how it is, right? Sometimes we need these belief systems in our life in order to be able to grow from them, right? And so don't judge yourself, because just like you know, I also have negative belief systems that I am still working on to this day, right? It's all just programming that we have been accustomed to ever since we were children, right? And so it's not really your fault. And even if it is, right, just take it easy on yourself. Realize that you have the power to change it, and understand that everybody is going through it as well. It's not just you, you know, you're never alone. And so with that being said, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or any future video suggestions that you have for me, feel free to comment them down in the description below. With that being said, my friends, have a wonderful afternoon, morning, or night wherever you're at, and peace, love, and happiness. Mwah.